Somebody come get 'em. They're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to Too Old for TikTok and Happy New Year. It's 2025.
Happy New Year.
And Catalina, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to be live with you recording the podcast and just excited for the year ahead.
The year to come.
Yes.
I'm also excited that your voice is back, Dina.
Oh, I'm actually excited about that too. It was a long road, but it's finally back. So I want to start with asking you, Catalina, what was your favorite TikTok trend or TikTok era this year?
Okay, well, you asked me this question and I thought I would give it some thought, and then I forgot to give it some thought, but I just thought of three. So,
okay, great. Let's hear them.
Here they go. So one of my favorite eras of TikTok this year was the all-encompassing brat era.
Oh, yes, Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX's rise.
That makes sense, yes.
Astronomical rise to fame via the Brat album, and all of the content that came with that was something that I very much enjoyed.
And you went to the concert, which I think that always is like the icing on the cake. When you love an album, you go to the concert, you see the dances in person. It's fabulous.
I also think the amount of concert that Charli XCX did was the appropriate amount. I think it's kind of wild that the fact that we were still getting Taylor Swift concert content.
Oh, yes. The Eras tour
2020
was like a million years long. And like the TikTok content also like never ended, which I mean, I liked it. I can't hate on it. I liked the content out of the Eras tour.
I just think that was 2 years.
I know, that was crazy.
That is wild.
Wild.
Wild. And so I think this is sort of our like overconsumption era where we just expect new content constantly to be produced, particularly when it comes to like television programs with like streaming services. I think that's kind of translated over to the concert sphere, and people are just like, I expect a Taylor Swift concert at all times. I expect it to, and honestly, she kind of delivers on that.
She does.
Which is, you know, her prerogative. But I kind of like Charli bringing it back. I don't want to say old school because she's definitely not old school in her approach to concerts, and she knows how to leverage social media. But I think that the Sweat Tour and the Brat Tour were like the appropriate amount of time. Although I guess she's also going on tour again. So whatever. Okay, so that's
what
one.
Else? Yeah.
My second is Logan's Cucumbers.
Oh my God, I forgot about Logan's. I'm glad I asked you because, well, you know, I'm not a big cucumber person, but I did like that era because he had a very soothing quality to his videos, and watching him slice those cucumbers was cathartic.
And you know what? That just reminded me, another one in that same vein is bean salad.
You know, because you made the bean salad.
I made different bean salads.
I didn't make it. I'm behind, but I strive to make a bean salad. That could be a New Year's resolution for me.
I just like when someone's viral moment really helps our lives. Yeah. And I think that Logan and Bean Salad Girl helped us think about easier food prep, quick meals. It's also kind of like recession core when you think about it.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate because, number one, people who were slicing those cucumbers and cut their hands or fingers and bled or needed stitches did not help their lives. Okay. And the dense salad, as someone's partner, like if you were just farting up a storm because you were eating a bean salad, like also not helpful. So
okay, well, some people need to learn how to use kitchen tools safely, and not to victim blame, but like, come on. And I will say a mandolin is it's difficult to use kitchen tool, and you do need to be careful. And the other thing that I will say is people need to up their fiber intake.
I know, I do particularly.
And so you know what? I don't care. I don't feel bad.
No, that's fine. I
don't
just
feel bad.
A little devil's advocate.
Well, fine.
Okay, what else?
Okay, and then the final one, which I guess might be a little bit contentious.
Oh.
Because you know how people are always getting their dirt and whatever wrongdoing they've done stirred up, but Brian Jordan Alvarez who there was just like
there
a
was
piece in the
just-
cut
yeah.
about like him being like a sex pest or something. I don't know.
Yeah, okay,
But
but his trend.
I haven't read it yet, so it's postponed for me.
Okay, we're postponing his cancellation.
But the I love your daughter trend, particularly the weekend that he was in Columbus, and I didn't know
Yes.
why. That was like a really high point for me when it
was-
came to TikTok.
It was great. Yeah. Oh, any more?
No, that's it. That's my list.
Okay, that was a good list. Okay,
Thanks.
my first and foremost is Jules LeBron and Demure.
Of course.
That like came into our lives this year and really brightened our lives, and it just gives me the fond memory of when we were at Don Angie with our friends acting a fool, and we made a video calling everything Demure, even though we were being ratchet animals at the restaurant.
And I really love that Jules LeBron is like doing well.
That's exactly why too. She's doing amazing.
she
She has
deserves
a
it.
talent agent. She has made videos about how she's making money and helping her mom and her family. And yeah, she's just one of the most deserving people on TikTok. So I do love that as well.
And that's kind of a commenting trend when people say like we made the right person famous.
Yes.
But I do feel supportive of her rise to fame.
Exactly, me too. And so do all her fans, which is why she's so successful. Okay, another one. These aren't necessarily my favorite, but I'm just like, how did this happen this year? Was the woman who found the carpet in her yard, and it was this series about like what's in the carpet. Is it a dead body? And it ended up being
Wasn't
nothing.
it in Columbus?
I think everything's in Columbus.
I know.
Damn, Ohio. Okay, and then I think this was also this year was the woman who was tunneling and then was arrested for tunneling under her house. Like just the most bizarre things that TikTok's brought us.
Those were two very you TikTok moments. I did not ever get the rug, and I didn't care about the rug, but
Or
I
the
was
tunneling
happy.
woman.
Or the tunnel woman. I was like, damn, people need a hobby, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Moving on to 2024 in and out lists. There's a lot of creators doing them, and we have chosen one by Lucas Battle.
My critically acclaimed In-Out 2025 list is finally here, and last year my list landed me on CNBC, so let's get this started. Out, Dry January, in a very misty Q1. This is the same thing as Dry January, but instead of just 1 month, it's January, February, March. But you allow yourself a couple cheat drinks here and there, like a glass of white wine when your uncle starts talking politics at dinner, or a glass of champagne at your friend's birthday party. Out, dating to marry. In, dating to speak out loud. We're all isolated. One too many days in 2024 where my voice cracked at 4 p.m. because it was the first time I said hi out loud. Out, saying, oh, cows, when you drive past cows. In, quietly reflecting on the fact that all cows are women and how much they've sacrificed for us.
What do you think about this list?
I think we're both going to have the same opinion. I'm not really a dry January girl.
I hate Dry January. Terrible.
So I like the desire to mitigate the commitment to dry January on people's part. But I don't know, Dina, what do you think?
I just was always never. I don't understand Dry January. Just everything in moderation. If you're feeling like you're drinking too much, you don't have to go cold turkey. Because when I go out with a friend in January who's not drinking and I want a martini, I feel bad about myself. But I shouldn't be shamed for
Just
having a
do
drink
whatever.
in January. I do.
I think people like it as a reset, a new year, new me
course,
reset.
yeah.
As someone born on New Year's Day, I have never committed to the new year. I mean, I guess it is literally my new year each year. But I never want to do dry January because I want to be able to do whatever the hell I want on my birthday.
As you should.
And yeah, I guess people like people like to find like an artificial point to orient their commitments to whatever their goals are, and that's why the new year is really big for people. I'm not doing it. But I think that Logan I'm thinking about Logan's cucumbers. I think that Lucas proposes a bit of a more moderate approach.
Yes, exactly. Every moderation.
But
There's
then
nothing
extends
yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah, I
He's
know
like, do
about
it
that.
actually for 3 months.
Right.
So
Misty, yeah.
whatever. You know what? Do whatever you
Do
want.
what you want, yeah.
Well, don't kill.
Yeah. Besides. Okay. What is on your in list? And then we'll do your out list as
Okay.
well.
So my in list,
Okay.
and these are things that I think I already am doing, but I'm going to continue to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them I'm not really doing. So one is unabashed use of sneakers.
I love that. Thank you. That will be on my list. I'm adding that to my list too.
One I asked for Christmas for a pair of New Balance sneakers that are kind of like normcore chic, like they're popular. Another sneaker that people are really into that I don't think has enough support for me, but Ivan has worn them for years, are the Onitsuka Tigers. Those are all over TikTok right now. It's like, and also Wired. Really, for years. Well, I mean, the Onitsuka Tiger really took off when it was featured in Kill Bill.
Yes.
1 million years ago.
That was really early 2000s, damn.
But I got this new pair of sneakers, and the thing is, I was trying to do Reebok white flat shoes for a while.
Or, God forbid, I tried to do Keds. Oh, there's no support.
Wasn't working for me. Wasn't working for me. I have necrosis of the ankle.
Yes, especially you with the necrosis, you need a supportive shoe.
Exactly. I also have these orthotics that I need to buy more of. They're called Super Feet. Not sponsored.
I've gotten ads for the Super Feet. They work.
My physical therapist suggested them. So another, I guess, thing that I might do is add orthotics to your
endless. Yeah. I will just add that I'm a Hoka girl. You know, when I went to the podiatrist the first time I ran a marathon, she recommended them, and I wish I could just wear Hokas everywhere.
And you can, because
unabashed sneaker use
in 2025. Okay. I also think that this is just like a reflection of our current age.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, the next one is something I've already been doing, but I'd like to continue to do, and it's nail care.
Oh, you have been on your nail game.
I'm on a nail journey.
Yeah.
And I have been a nail biter and a cuticle picker and all of that my whole life.
I will say, in college, when I knew you, your nails were something else, not desirable. They would bleed, if I remember. Oh,
yeah.
Ooh,
and so I have found that if I keep my nails manicured with a nice manicure, then it helps me keep them long and I don't touch them and I really like them. Is it expensive? Yes. Could I continue doing what I'm currently doing, which is getting Russian manicures, if other sort of like expensive things were to happen in my life? Probably not. But I also like the idea of, because you can DIY all of this stuff, right? Like you can, our friend Ashley, friend of the pod, does her own gel manicures at home.
It's very impressive.
And I support that.
Yeah.
But there's something nice about going and sitting on my butt for the egregious amount of time that a Russian manicure takes. And the girl like doesn't really talk to me that much. And she plays like weird stuff on Netflix. And I just sit there and it's like an act of, it's meditative.
Yeah.
It's an act of self-care.
Treating yourself. Self-care is, I would say self-care is in 2025.
And medical. It's medically
Is it
sound.
medical?
Well, the Russian manicures are not, but like having my nails done keeps me
from picking
I
up
also
them,
put cuticle oil on them. Anyway,
I mean, they
and
look
how
great.
long they are.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So
I support that.
And then my final in, and I immediately regret putting this, so maybe it's not in for me, is reading for pleasure.
Oh boy.
That's a really uphill battle for me.
Do you know, at work, I recently admitted that I have not read one book this year. Ooh,
That's
it's
bad, Dina.
really bad. I know. I mean, I listened to some audiobooks, I think, but that's not real reading. I don't think I read one book.
People always talk about like reading before bed. I really need to stop doing like doom scroll before bed. What I do before bed, and this is messed up, is I go on Reddit and I read like 30 plus skincare. I read about dermatology.
Oh, that's why you're on the skincare side of TikTok. Yeah, no, I don't do. I watch TV.
I don't watch TV before bed.
Love TV
well, I
before
mean,
bed.
I do, but we don't have a TV in our bedroom.
That's smart. We should probably get rid of our TV. But we just got a new one, actually, so it's nice.
Not doing so well at getting rid. Anyway, but for the reading, I'm thinking what I need to do is pick easy books.
Right, like
That's
a beach read.
People do beach reads all the time, and I'm always like, wow, people read so much. And then I'm like,
God.
I don't need intellectual.
Speaking of easy reads, I just realized we never talked about the Blake Lively drama, which was on my TikTok. It's past, and we're not going to talk about it. But I listened to both of those.
I
books,
would never.
And I did watch the movie, and it was
Not
terrible.
interested.
But that was a big part of TikTok this latter part of the year.
Well, the book that I've had as my before bed book that I think I've made like 40 pages into is The Power Broker, which is the Robert Moses biography.
Too difficult.
I mean, I love it, but like it's not lulling me to sleep.
Right.
But here's the thing. I have a really hard time controlling myself when it comes to reading. And so, and with TV as well. And so if it's not something that like is not a little bit boring and easy to put down, I will stay awake until I finish the book.
I even took melatonin last night and I was watching Bad Sisters, great show on Apple TV. And I stayed up till 3 a.m. The melatonin didn't even help. I just, because I was into the series.
Yeah.
I
take like
no control. Maybe something that needs to be in for us is gaining control. Going to sleep. Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, I actually have been working on shifting my circadian rhythm.
Oh.
According to my sleep doctor. I need to do that.
I need to get a sleep doctor.
All right. What about you? What's in for 2025?
In for 2025. Wingstop.
No.
Yes.
Whatever. It's your list.
It's my list. Okay, so we mentioned this last week because those British friend group, they went to Wingstop or they ordered from there. And Ashley, friend of the pod, said, I also want to go to Wingstop. So I always make a dumb New Year's resolution that I know I can keep because then it's like, check, I made my resolution. My and my resolution are trying Wingstop. And you know what? Maybe I'll hit it tomorrow. Maybe I'll have it for dinner.
That's easy. Or you could do it for your birthday, although
I'll
be in
in
Japan.
Japan. Yeah.
But like if you wanted to do a celebration before or after, you could do it.
It's not quite big enough. A Wingstop, the ones in the city are very little, and you have to like go to the counter. I like a chain restaurant where you can order at the table.
What about Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh, I've been to a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm checking.
Not great.
Should I go to Wingstop? There's many.
Where?
In Columbus.
Oh, of course there are.
We should coordinate.
Oh, we
Wingstop
should go on
trips.
FaceTime. Yeah. Or I should come to Columbus and have Wingstop. Anyway, we'll take this offline, but that's an in. And I'm going to go straight to an out for me.
Oh, that was your only in?
No, there's more, but we did a lot of yours. So
I wanna
Wingstop.
know.
No, I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. An out for me is telling people that I need to see a TV show or a movie when I know I'm not going to. So every time someone brings up a movie or TV show, I'm like, oh, I need to see that. Or, oh, like I'll watch it. I'll put it on the list. No. There's too much. I'm just not going to do it. That's it.
Can you name a TV show?
The first one that comes to my mind is Lost because Ben just finished all of Lost.
Ew.
And I told him, I said, oh, I would want to maybe watch it and maybe I'll put it on my list. But like, no, I'm never watching Lost. That's it.
I always think about Lost because in college, this like disgusting person whose name I will not mention, and I went on a date. We went to the Chelsea Pier driving range, and then we went to the Frying Pan.
The frying pan still exists.
And we're having drinks, and I guess it was the same night as the Lost finale.
Oh, geez.
And like something happened where the connection was lost. And so everyone started screaming because the
Really?
Frying Pan was having a Lost finale viewing
just
party.
the connection at the frying pan.
I think
not
it was
like
the connection at the Frying Pan.
Yeah, I think so. I don't
and
think
everyone
all
was
of it
screaming because like the screen went black. And
That's
we
a great
we were
memory.
upstairs, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Wow. And that's actually appropriate to watch on a boat because Lost on the water.
I think it's
don't
about a
know.
plane crash. But,
Yeah, but they're like on an island. Whatever. See, I'm not going to watch it. I don't know.
all right. What else?
What are your outs? You have
That's
some
your
outs?
only out?
I'm just doing one. We got to get through the episode.
Whatever. Okay. So one of my outs is buying new clothing with like polyester acrylic.
Oh, you know what? I hate that smell. There's a very distinct polyester smell. Even when you wash it a lot of time, it just smells like plasticky. Like those dresses we got in Curacao.
Exactly.
All polyester.
In the spirit of moderation, I'm not going to say I'm not doing it because in our like world, it's impossible to avoid these types of fibers. And I'm also thinking, like, I'm seeing it a lot on the internet, and I'm like, how much of this is just like fear mongering and how much of this is real? But I am giving a bit more attention to buying natural fiber clothing if and when I make clothing purchases that are new clothing purchases.
I like that for you.
Because I want higher quality clothes.
Good.
Okay. Then another out for me is overconsumption of the news.
Ooh, I don't have that problem at all because I don't get news alerts on my phone specifically for that reason.
I, as an act of self-care, have not been reading the news since the election.
Yes.
And I think that I don't want to be uninformed because I think that that's like privilege to just like shield yourself from what's going on. But it's so easy to fall into this like doom rabbit hole.
Yes.
And so I'm going to read the news, but I'm not going to like doom scroll the news.
Okay.
And then my final one, which you share with me, is buying caviar at Dwayne Reed.
share that because our husbands are currently out grocery shopping for a New Year's Eve party. And Catalina came up with this thing, and it's partially from TikTok.
Yeah, I've had no original ideas in my entire life.
That for brunch for our birthday, we're going to have caviar. So Catalina bought some, but we thought we need extra. So we sent the boys to Whole Foods because they're having a sale on
Which
caviar.
we'll get to.
Yeah. And please read the text from Ivan that you received.
Okay. It says, first I said to buy me a Diet Coke can. And then he said, no caviar. Gonna check if Dwayne Reed has any.
I mean, if Dwayne Reed
Reed is-
have caviar, I don't think we'd want it. It's like, saying buy wine at Dwayne Reed, the Chateau Diane
Which I did
bottle.
say once.
You did, but you learned your lesson. Honestly, watch them find caviar at Dwayne Reed, though. No, they're not going to.
Dwayne Reed, if you don't know for some reason.
Oh my God, everyone knows the Dwayne Reed. It's like,
No, it's in New York.
Okay,
it's only New
Walgreens.
York. It's like
It's owned
saying
by
you're gonna buy
Walgreens.
fucking caviar at Rite Aid.
CVS. Yeah. a pharmacy. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to your For You page because it is a whole lot of caviar.
Okay. So the video that inspired me, because since my birthday is New Year's Day, and I always struggle with, like, people are like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. But this year I saw a video by Rihanna about her eating caviar and chicken nuggets.
Oh my God, I don't like how much I like it. Soccer Mom 1, Soccer Mom 2.
Soccer Mom Snap.
Tips and tricks for the soccer moms.
You have your broke friend
Bring the nugget. I am. And then you have your rich friend. Bring the caviar. You grab one of these delicacies. Dance on your caviar, bitch.
This is supposed to be pro. Don't judge me.
Boom.
You're also eating
Boom.
nuggets.
Now, cheers.
Am I about to steal my kids' nuggets?
Little nugget, little caviar.
I hate when I lick my kids' food because they
Sets it off.
I just be stealing their shit. You tried this before?
No, I heard of it.
But why are you acting like this is normal?
Well, I knew you would have caviar, so I brought the nuggets.
Do I like nuggets again? No, I actually am really nervous what my near future looks like.
Gives it that, like, salty.
Nah, bitch, this is giving high, low, brow.
And here we are, caviar and nuggets. That's how you extra soccer mom up in here. Magnifique. Tips and tricks for the soccer moms.
I'm sorry, but I still pronounce her name Rihanna. I know it's not right because
That's fine.
I think you've sent me a video where she
Yeah.
says Rihanna.
But I think that she's okay with people saying Rihanna
yeah,
as
and
well.
we can't mention her without saying she's my twin.
Yeah.
Because we were born on same day, same year.
Same day, same year.
Yeah.
But I'm showing her respect by saying Rihanna
Okay, great.
because I am a respectful queen.
You are, and I'm excited to do this caviar tasting. We'll
Well,
update next week.
Yes, and so I'm not like a caviar connoisseur, and so I watched this very long YouTube video talking about caviar, why it's expensive, where it comes from, blah, 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 blah. I learned a lot, and I was ready to make informed choices, and then I started getting all of the TikTok caviar content. So one of the first videos I got was by the creator Christy Sasso talking about the Whole Foods sale.
If you've been on caviar track like me, now is your chance. Whole Foods has 20% off all of their caviar. They have everything that you need to do a fun little caviar night. We got the white sturgeon and then the Siberian sturgeon ones. We also grabbed some creme fraiche and some olives to do caviar stuffed olive. We also stopped at World Market to get their caviar sampler trio, and then I also got some seaweed caviar here as well. Then we got home and did the whole little setup. We put the caviar on ice, and then I did some potato chips. I had to do McDonald's chicken nuggets, and then we had chives and the creme fraiche. I made us some dirty martinis to go with the caviar, obviously. Then I used that seaweed caviar to make caviar stuffed olives. This was actually really good caviar. I thought it had a really good taste and it was perfect for the martinis. Then we just tried our caviar. It was a fun little experience. It definitely wasn't my favorite. I'd rather spend money on oysters, but it was a great thing to do for Christmas Eve, and I recommend trying it.
There's just so much going on. This kind of reminds me of when that Mob Wives fashion trend was going around, and
yeah.
people are like, this is just marketing for The Sopranos.
Or the feta cheese pasta, and there was no feta cheese to be found in the supermarket.
But was that marketing?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about because when our husbands went, the caviar's gone.
Oh, well.
It's off the shelf.
Well, I think that's because it's New Year's Eve. I was saying more like
Right.
subtle marketing.
For Whole Foods.
Yeah, for Whole
Oh, of
Foods.
course,
This is
yeah.
an amazing sale, 20% off. I
Yeah,
mean,
but they've run out.
well, they ran out at the specific Whole Foods by Dina's apartment.
And because it's also the New Year's Eve day.
I had
so.
already purchased it, but I think that the idea of eating caviar on New Year's Eve is nothing new.
Oh, no,
that's
of
very
course not,
common.
yeah.
I just normally don't engage in that. And so, yeah, all these videos started popping up. I saw one that was about like having caviar for under $20 or under $100.
I saw a video that someone put caviar on Taco Bell nuggets. The creator is Miss McCarthy NYC. So now I'm going to purchase McDonald's nuggets and Taco Bell nuggets because I have wanted to try the Taco Bell nuggets. We're going to do a little taste testing between the two nuggets and also put caviar on them.
I think the caviar is also maybe a current like evidence of our age and income bracket that people are like buying caviar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't buy caviar out. I don't normally want that.
I like it. Yeah, but I've never purchased caviar in my life, though. I would not purchase
from
it
a
for
restaurant?
myself. From a restaurant or like to have in the house, yeah.
I've bought like roe, like salmon
I've had
roe.
meals that have caviar on it, but I don't think I've ever said I want this caviar.
Or if you're at a bar and there's an option to like add caviar for $80.
no,
and
I've never
no.
done it. Yeah.
No,
it
thank
never
you.
seems worth it because I'm not in love with it, but maybe after tomorrow I will be. Okay.
What about you, Dina?
My For You page was filled with a trend where people would post a picture of themselves and say, I felt like I hadn't accomplished much this year, but then I realized. And then it would be a carousel of photos. And this one user, Bailey Drinon, just posted Diet Coke. So she said she drank Diet Coke this year and took a picture of all the Diet Coke she drank. Someone did it with French onion soup, which is great.
That looks
that's
so
such a
good.
good accomplishment. Mine would be, I would have a picture of myself, and then it would be every video I've ever took this year of me singing Defying Gravity. We sang it on The Bachelorette. I sang it walking home alone from the bar, 2 a.m. We sang it at the wedding after party. Just so many Defying Gravity moments. So big accomplishment for 2024 for me.
I don't have a good one like that, but when we were talking recently or earlier in the episode about the bean salad, something I have accomplished this year is increasing my fiber intake.
Oh, wow. So would it be like pictures of just a fiber pill that you've taken every day? Or
I don't take
foods?
fiber pills.
Oh, right. Because you had that terrible experience with the fiber pills once.
I mean, I would take a fiber pill.
I should probably take a fiber pill.
You should just eat fiber.
I know. I should.
It would be like the smoothie that Ivan makes me, adding flaxseed. Flaxseed.
Ooh, smoothie every day. Well, that's very healthy. Moving on, we have in our brands on TikTok section, the Walmart Birkin took my For You page by storm, which is very weird because I'm not on the fashion side of TikTok, but I do enjoy the, as you would say, discourse about the Walmart Birkin. So the first video is by Your Finest Pardon.
I wonder if the Walmart Birkin knew that it was going to like embody all of 2024 and like eat the rich. In case you have been living under a rock and you missed it, Walmart has launched an exact dupe for the Birkin. It's like $70 and a normal Birkin is like $30,000 to $80,000 plus depending on the bag. And the idea of the Birkin is that if you see it, you know you can't afford it. You can't even get the invite into the store to go buy the Birkin. And not anybody who can walk into the store can even purchase a Birkin. It is that elusive. So Walmart just said, well, how about we make a Birkin and we make it $80? And people are reviewing this bag and saying that it is as good as the regular Birkin. So it's making the average human being able to buy a bag that looks exactly like the Birkin. And the people who are spending 30 grand plus on a Birkin are probably not very happy about that, because capitalism is not based on taking a luxury item and making it affordable for everybody, or certainly American capitalism isn't. And how else are you going to show people that you have, 50 grand to throw away if you're not carrying a Birkin? This has been my favorite scandal of the year to date. And I think y'all better go run and get a Birkin, okay? Everybody needs to get the Wall Birkin.
Would you get the Walmart Birkin?
No.
You wouldn't get it?
No.
I'm not a purse person.
Me neither.
So I wouldn't get it. but I was intrigued by it.
The Birkin is a status symbol. I don't have any status symbol bags.
Yeah.
That's not my income bracket. My income bracket,
Well, no.
my income bracket is buying 20% off caviar from Whole Foods.
That actually describes you very well.
So, yeah, I am not.
Yeah, if I had that kind of money, or I'd be like buying my trip to Japan with that kind of money. Like, it's just not something I don't want an expensive bag. But the whole conversation around like rich people are now so upset because Walmart did this is hilarious to me.
It's similar to the video we featured a while back about like the rise of Ozempic and how thinness is now
yes,
accessible
good
to the
comparison,
masses.
yeah.
It's like once something is accessible to the masses, it's no longer a status symbol. It falls from grace and other status symbols appear, right?
Although I'm still gonna die on the hill where the Renaissance status symbol of being chubby was the best thing ever.
Well,
I missed my calling.
Same. Rubenesque. But the Birkin, the Walmart Birkin, I don't really think people are buying it because it looks exactly like a Birkin.
Apparently it's functional. A lot of people are doing videos with the Walmart bag saying it's very usable.
Yeah.
You can wear it out and it's not just a fashion thing.
I don't like Walmart as a corporation.
Yeah, I would agree
So
with that.
I don't want to buy my clothes there.
Or your bags.
Additionally, today I was at our friend Sam's apartment and she had a bag that looked like a Birkin. And I was like, does this girl secretly have a Birkin?
Definitely most unlikely to have a Birkin is
But wouldn't
Sam,
you
sorry.
die? But honestly, most likely to like randomly have a Birkin.
No.
No, she would never. But the Birkin was, Jane Birkin would like wear that bag into the ground. Like I watch all these videos where people talk about like that bag was created to be a very functional bag.
Right.
But it became this like crazy status symbol. So people collect them and they
Yeah.
keep them pristine. But people like the example is like the Olsen twins wear their Birkins the way that Jane Birkin did,
They
which is
actually
like
use
they
it.
actually
Yeah.
use their bag. And I think that's also sort of my approach is I actually use my bags.
Yeah.
And
as
so
you should.
But yeah, not interested. I don't know. I like being hands-free sometimes.
I love putting shit. Like, I love the winter because I just put shit in my winter jacket.
I love a pocket.
Yes, pockets. Okay, moving on. Jimmy Carter died. That's
Rip.
very sad. And our favorite TikToker of late who did all the Bach Wicked content, T Swift Fan 420, made a video.
Well, Jimmy Carter's dead. Struck down in his prime at the ripe old age of 100. A true humanitarian. Rest in peace. My Shayla, my Jimmy.
She's perfect.
Yeah, she's
So
great.
good.
No notes.
No notes. Well, last but not least, we have some drama on TikTok, as usual, surrounding the Christmas hauls of the Darnell sisters. Do you know who these people are?
I only learned of the Darnell sisters because of these Christmas haul drama things, and I swipe away very quickly because I don't care.
I'm pretty sure one of them is known because of Bama Rush.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I recognize her
maybe.
face,
I don't know.
but I could be wrong.
okay.
But that's why I think
Either
they're known.
way.
But now it's like her little sister is also an influencer and her mom and whatever.
It's a family
and
of
they're this like
influencers.
blonde family. It's aspirational content. And one of the trends this year around Christmas, which I found disgusting.
Same. This is why I swipe away. It just doesn't interest me.
And also just like, another. I know I said this last time we recorded, but I'm so glad that we didn't have that
Yeah.
because I can't imagine, like, I remember, like, our friends, like, we would talk to each other about what we got for Christmas.
Yeah.
And even then, I would feel bad. Because
Well,
I'd be
yeah,
like, I didn't get,
so the
you
trend-
don't celebrate Christmas.
But the trend is to show off the haul of Christmas.
Like what you
So
got.
that would be like people showing off their Hanukkah presents.
Right.
Yeah.
And my friends and I would text and be like, this is what I got. And I remember, like,
Right.
feeling
But
like,
it wasn't like
damn.
competitive. Oh, but I guess
Well,
I do feel
as
a
someone
certain
who
way.
didn't have
Yeah.
as much stuff, I'd be like, wow, like, I only got this. That's
Yeah.
like,
It's
I
hard
guess
not
my
to
parents
compare.
are poor, you know? And so at least this is with like perfect strangers and you're watching them. But I would see these videos. I swiped away from most of them. I did watch Alabama Barkers just because I was curious, like, what she got.
Interesting.
And whatever. It also kind of falls into the same ballpark as the sorority rush videos where people do breakdowns of the cost of their outfits.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a lot of discourse about how a lot of these girls are wearing fakes. They're wearing things from DHgate, which is like a fake, like a dupes website. No. It's like
Zupa,
DHgate.
Okay.
Not
Never mind.
Shein.
I
Not the
don't know
2XL curvy
anything.
that I wore to the
outfit you
beach.
wore. Yeah.
So essentially what
original.
happened was these girls do these hauls. They're getting thousands and thousands of dollars of purportedly luxury goods. And people start calling out. They're like, hey, we can tell that because of the boxes, because of the stitching, because of everything, like, these are fakes.
Right, but people would pause on the video of like a shoe and then call out like, this shoe is not stitched, that's a fake shoe or like a handbag.
I saw this one woman who like collects vintage whatever shoes, and she was talking about like the way the box is, the way the stitching is, whatever.
Fakes.
And so in response to being called out, the girls and their family essentially were like, I think it was the mom was like, so sue me if I get some of the things on The Real Real.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a luxury resale website.
And they are known for not selling fakes.
No, their whole entire
thing is that
we authenticate everything.
Yes, and they sell the real thing.
And actually, one of the things featured in this was a Kelly Birkin bag.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
And The Real Real released a video that was an interestingly timed video about their authentication process that involved a Kelly Birkin bag.
Yes.
And
so
people
they
are
slap
like,
theirs like slapping back? Why can't I think of it?
They
slapping him back? What, talking back? What is the word?
Punch back?
Fighting back.
They retorted?
Sure.
They snap back. They snap back.
Why can't we think of it?
They
fought back.
No, stop it. I have to think. Clap back.
They
clap back.
Oh my god! Wow. Oof. Okay.
They clap back, but also people are like, that video might have just been coincidental because it was like too nice to have been produced in the 24 hours after Christmas.
I don't know.
So there's a lot of debate where people are like, leave those girls alone. And I enjoyed this take. I thought it was an interesting take from Celebrity Memoir Book Club.
And it's a response to a content creator named Audrey who is talking about the drama.
Everyone and their mother has been asking me what I think about the Kylan and Izzy Darnell fake bag scandal. And my opinion is that I don't give a fuck, and if you do, you're mentally ill. You're not okay.
I see Audrey's point, and I do agree to some degree that sometimes when people get mad at influencers online, I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to kill them? You want to send them to jail? Like, you're acting insane right now. Like, your fury should not be rabies vibes. But I do think there's a reason to be upset about influencers lying about their consumption in a world where everybody's feeling pressure to consume more. Audrey is someone who also buys a lot of really nice stuff, so I don't think she can imagine the feeling of not being able to have nice things and then thinking that everybody else has better things than you and feeling pressure to go into credit card debt. I don't think she's looking at it from the perspective of like impressionable teenage and college age and mid-20-year-old girls who are looking at these influencers who are literally saying like, aspire to be me, and like the things that they do in order to become who they think they're supposed to be, what they think is normal. And of course, Kylan and her sister are like aspirational, but still when you're online and it looks like everybody in the world has a Kelly bag but you're gonna think like you're doing something wrong when in reality they're lying. If your lifestyle is the brand and you're lying about your brand, that's just as bad as any other fraud online.
I think this is a really good point.
I do too. I think it's a great point. I would agree.
I also was seeing another video where I was like, damn, people are wild, but it was someone talking about how like the FDC is probably coming for these people right now because they control the sale and promotion of counterfeit goods. And these people are essentially promoting counterfeit goods on their platforms.
Okay, I don't think it's going to go that deep.
No, me neither,
Yeah.
but I saw a video and I was like, oh, okay. Like, people are going wild over this. But it is an interesting, like, ethical dilemma and legal dilemma.
Yeah. Well, this has been such a great episode and the first episode of 2025. So wishing everyone a happy and healthy new year, and Catalina the happiest of birthdays.
Thank you.
Oh, also, I may add that I received the receipt from Walgreens, so I see what Ivan and Ben bought from Walgreens / Dwayne Reed, same thing.
If it's caviar, I'm going to die.
There is no caviar. They did not find caviar at the Dwayne Reed, in case anyone was interested. Thank you. Goodbye.